must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal, but I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? Then Whiterun will stand with you, Dragonborn. We will take the risk and gain the glory, whether it be in victory or defeat. So what's the plan then? How do you intend to lure a dragon into the trap? Oh. Well, I'll leave that to you. I trust you know your business, probably for the best. It will give me time to see if that old trap still works, and break the news to the men. We'll be ready, don't worry. You do have a plan for actually luring a dragon into this trap, don't you? Hope to see you again soon.
You know, I've come to enjoy your company on the road. The view is always finer from back here.
Dremyolok, greetings. Yes. I have been pondering on exactly that question. Lingra mora. I have tasted the voices of Alduin's allies on the wind. Pogan nachlas vokril vachjun. There is one who I remember well, Odahviing. He is the one to tell us where Alduin has gone. Ah, I forget how little you know of the Dove. Our names are always made up of 3 Rothmulag, words of power. You see, Paarthurnax, a thum, a shout, yes? He is not compelled to come, but the Dove are prideful by nature. Few could resist such a challenge, especially from you, Dovahkiin. But Odahviing, he is headstrong, Bozik, rash. Even among the Dove, he was known for this. He will not resist the challenge of your voice, Dovahkiin. He will come. Now, hear his name, Odahviing. Taste it on the wind, Odahviing. Know it in your sum, Odahviing.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands. We're ready when you are.
Good. Aving!
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. Steady now. Keep under cover until it's down.
Let's bring that beast down. The Dragonborn will feast on your soul.
Get back.
My blade is thirsting for blood. Die, dragon!
Come on.
That's some damn fine arm.
Need!
Alright, sweetheart.
I think it's holding.
Ovuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap. Zokfrini grin kogra drunviki dovakin. Ah, I forget. You do not have the Dova speech. My eagerness to meet you in battle was my undoing, Dovahkiin. I salute your, low cunning in devising such a Gramin Dol stratagem. Zuubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. Sincere Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova.
But without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Dragons really are fascinating creatures.
Aran,
Given the chance to speak.
you wound me, Dovahkiin. I may not tell the whole truth, but I am no liar. Go and see for yourself. Zu ni bo nor het. I will be here, unless Alduin returns before you do. You have reconsidered my offer, Onikan Kron? You will release me, Roland, if in return I promise to take you to Skuldafn and stop helping Alduin? Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zu ni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
BeGone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Sovngarde, very bad idea. Even for you.
Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales. Or a small amount of blood. Surely you wouldn't
Good
miss
mate.
scales.
What are
Or
you
a small
doing
amount.
back there?
I'm still amazed that your plan worked.
It's a fine day with you around.
I can't follow where you go this time. If Alduin knows you're coming for him, he's certainly cowering in fear. The prophecy carved into Alduin's wall has been right so far. You'll make it, and you'll face him. I'm willing to believe it's also your destiny to win, to save this world, and to come home. Well then, I guess we'll all shuffle off this mortal coil a little sooner than expected, and meet again in Aetherius. But don't doubt yourself. There's nothing in all of Neon I have more faith in than you. It's reassuring to know I have someone so skilled in the art of healing.
See you again soon.
I'll be your shield, if you'll mend my scratches.
Yes, darling.
Seems like a safe place to spend the night.
Something to tell the grandkids, huh? You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose? Your funeral. Someone else is going to have to help you get him back in there again.
Get ready to open the trap! This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Join all the gods.
Was nu. Ini dein Rufe erstmal. Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Zuk Brit Oth, I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, Mu Bokotin Stinsalok.
You're either the bravest person I've ever met, or the biggest fool.
The Kiddereth God pass through the realm.
This is as far as I can take you. Griffboth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
Jur? Jur? Who's? Look!
Turn back, traveler. Terror waits within this mist. Many have braved the shadowed veil, but vain is all courage against the peril that guards the way. I do not know, but none have passed through. Alduin, his hunger insatiable, hunts the lost souls snared within this shadowed valley. Can you lead the way to where Shore's Hall waits, beckoning us on to welcome long sought? Don't you know? What drew you here? Surely your dreams showed you the way. The Hall of Valor, where heroes wait to follow Shore to the final battle. I saw it fair when first I trod this long-sought path. The pain and fear vanished, dreamlike, and a vision beckoned. Shore's Hall, shimmering across the clouded veil, but quenched was hope by the shrouding mist. My mind is darkened. I've lost the way, and wander blindly. Hurry, before Alduin your life devours. Bring word to Shore's Hall of our hard fate. Beware, the World Eater waits within the mist.
Look! Look!
No courage is useless.
The bitter war of the world beyond was all for naught. We are all trapped in Alduin's web. For our allegiance he cares not, but devours us equally. Doom unescapable. Shore as well. He welcomes all heroes to his kingly hall, if we could but reach it.
Look! Look!
Beware, the World Eater waits within the mist.
When Ulfric's Stormcloak with savage shout sent me here, my sole regret was fair Elisif, left forlorn and weak. I faced him fearlessly, my fate inescapable, yet my honor is unstained. Can Ulfric say the same?
Look! Look!
Beware, the World Eater waits within the mist.
Look! 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 Look!
What brings you, Wayfarer Grim? To wander here in Sovngarde, Soul's End. Shore's gift to honor dead. No shade are you, as usually here passes. But living, you dare the land of the dead. By what right do you request entry? Ah. It's been too long since last I faced a doom-driven hero of the Dragon. Living or dead, by decree of shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test. You fought well. I find you well. It is long since one of the living has entered here. May shore's favor follow you, and your end.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hecon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim.
At long last, Alduin's doom is now ours to seal. Just speak the word, and with high hearts, we'll hasten forth to smite the worm wherever he lurks.
Hold, comrades. Let us counsel take before battle is blindly joined. Alduin's mist is more than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and cloak. But with 4 voices joined, our valor combined, we can blast the mist and bring him to battle.
Feldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn. We must drive away his mist, shouting together, and then unsheath our blades in desperate battle with our black-winged foe.
To battle, my friends! The field will echo with the clamor of war, our wills undaunted.
Eyes of shore upon you stand. Defeat Alduin.
Cannot fight the foe in this mist.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
Look!
once more and his might will be broken.
Again, and we break his grim hold over Shor's realm and redeem it for eternity.
Look!
Endless wait gives way to battle. No escape this time, foul worm.
They will sing of this battle in Shor's Hall forever. But your fate lies elsewhere. When you have completed your count of days, I may welcome you again with glad friendship and bid you join the blessed feasting.
All hail the Dragonborn! Hail her with great praise!
When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back. Return now to me, with this rich boon from Shor, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
Surut fur Kanoran. Vakin los hook the Vakri.
So, it is done. Alduin, the eldest, is no more. He who came before all others, and has always been. Of course, Alduin Wachlan Dani. I would not have helped you if I thought otherwise. You did what was necessary. Alduin had flown far from the path of right action in his Pachlok, in the arrogance of his power. But I cannot celebrate his fall. Zultiraz Ach Ochma. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same. Indeed, you saw more clearly than I. Certainly more clearly than Alduin. Roch Funta Koran. Perhaps now you have some insight into the forces that shape the Benesitid, the currents of time. Perhaps you begin to see the world as a Dova. But I forget myself. Croesus, solos mid fadon. Melancholy is an easy trap for a Dova to fall into. You have won a mighty victory, Shahroch Kongrach. One that will echo through all the ages of this world for those who have eyes to see. Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time. Goran, I feel younger than I have. Many an age. Many are now scattered across Kizal. Without Alduin's lordship, they may yet come to the Vasen, brightness of my fury. But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
Kruza Wundana Waruthkain. I wish the Old One luck in his quest. But I doubt many will wish to exchange Alduin's lordship for the tyranny of Paarthurnax's way of the voice. As for myself, you've proven your master twice over. Thuri Dovahkiin, I gladly acknowledge the power of your Thum. Lu Odali, call me when you have need. And I will come if I can.
I can see it in your eyes. You've seen the land of the gods and returned. Does this mean it is done? Is Alduin truly defeated? At last, it is over. Perhaps it was all worth it in the end. You've shown yourself mighty, both in voice and deed. In order to defeat Alduin, you have gained mastery of dreadful weapons. Now it is up to you to decide what to do with your power and skill. Will you be a hero whose name is remembered in song throughout the ages? Or will your name be a curse to future generations?
Or will you merely fade from history, unremembered? Let the way of the voice be your guide, and the path of wisdom will be clear to you. Breath and focus, Dragonborn. Your future lies before you. We are all in your debt, Dragonborn. Perhaps, perhaps not. Dragons are not like normal mortal creatures, and Alduin is unique, even among dragonkind. He may be permitted to return at the end of time to fulfill his destiny as the World Eater. But that is for the gods to decide. You have done your part. Wind, guide you.
Hey, you.
You're better off without them then, because it sounds like Delphine's gone wrong in the head. Wait, you're not actually thinking of going through with it? Of course. Stupid of me to think that. Bah, who needs those blades anyway? Let them stew in their anger. Perhaps I should practice with an arming sword more. I'd like to at least match your skill in one hand. Ready to go.
Keep on guard. Getting into forsworn territory out here.
I used to dream of it. In the dream I was standing someplace high up, a tower or a mountain. It was always just before dawn. The whole world was in darkness. Then came the flash of light.
Couldn't have chosen a better day for traveling.
That marked the border between worlds. It could have been lightning, but there was no thunder. In the dream, the sense of foreboding grew. But I could never wake up.
I've seen my share of Tamriel. Nothing compares to the wilds of Skyrim. She's beautiful, as she is dangerous.
Hey, sweetheart.
I'll be here.
Not thunder, something else. Something I should recognize, but in the dream I cannot.
There's one more thing. We know about Paarthurnax. That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes. And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin. He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continued to help you. We heard the news from Whiterun that you left the city on the back of a dragon. That's a little showy, even for you. Since you're still alive, I assume you have good news to report. Gods above, that's better news than I had hoped. When you walked into my inn that day, I never imagined where it would all lead. Dragons out of legend, Sovngarde. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
still didn't think I'd live to see this day. Thank you. Thank you, Dragonborn. You've done a great service for us all.
There's still the matter of Paarthurnax. I'm not ungrateful for what you've done. Esbern speaks for both of us. But our oath as blades binds us. Paarthurnax must die. There's no excuse now that Alduin is dead.
I'm afraid she's right. I'm deeply sorry that this has to come between us. But just as Paarthurnax's later deeds do not expiate his crimes, your deeds do not allow us to ignore our duty. I hope you will return to us soon, with the news that justice has finally been done. With both Alduin and Paarthurnax dead, a dark chapter in history will finally be closed.
Did you need something? Justice can be harsh. Paarthurnax, true, he turned. Whether or not he has truly repented or merely acted to save himself, justice demands that he pay with his life. Very good.
Do the right thing. Paarthurnax deserves to die.
We are all in your debt, Dragonborn. Now you see why I've warned you against them bloodthirsty barbarians. Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um. Kynareth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear.
Dremyolok, greetings. The Blades are wise not to trust me. Only Khan Niov. I would not trust another Dova. Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not? I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Only Khan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimkrifhorut se suyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? Sum Ark Mora.
My oath binds me, Dragonborn. Until Paarthurnax is dead, you aren't welcome here. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us.